Hey everyone, Chaisson here. Welcome to my backyard. I'm going to attempt to. This is live. There's not like a cut, one take two, none of that stuff. We're just going after it. So what I'm going to attempt to do is, what Jamie and I is attempting to do is we're creating a homestead within our subdivision versus buying property with acreage and creating a big old homestead out somewhere in the middle of nowhere. We're going to do it right here. So if you notice behind me, there's a bunch of just poles sticking up. There used to be a fence there. Our neighbor had a fence, and a hurricane came through a couple of years ago and wiped out the fence. We're kind of hoping they don't put one back up. We kind of like the openness. We got some of our daughter's in-laws across the way right there, and it makes it easy for the grandkids to run out and jump over the fence. So what we're doing back here is we're going to actually bring in an 8x12 lofted barn shed. We're going to put it right here in this area because we're going to eventually clean out what we have in the garage as a shed, and I'm going to close that in. We're going to expand our utility room. So we're bringing that lofted barn shed in right here. It'll be about 3 more weeks. And right next to it, kind of in this section, kind of facing, this is south and that's north, that's west and that's east. So kind of facing in this direction, we're going to build or put up some raised beds for gardening, raised beds. And what we're going to put in those are tomatoes, okra, cucumber, spinach, broccoli, Brussels sprouts. I have all those right here as starters in the starter plans. So we're getting those ready for whenever the shed gets here. We put the raised beds up. We got to do that first. Shed's got to go first, then raised beds. You also see I'm growing a nice little jalapeno plant. We're going to actually transplant that one. I got about 8 more little ones growing in there, but we're going to transplant them. We found out that jalapenos are a perfect companion plant for grapes. And if you notice our grape trellis that we started maybe a couple of weeks ago, she's thriving. The vine's starting to grow, and we're going to have a good harvest of grapes sometime. Probably not this year, but definitely next year. And if you noticed back here, these water tanks, I'll tell you about that in a second. But we got a nice little fig tree growing. And I was out here yesterday, last night, I noticed there's a couple of figs here, which is pretty remarkable. And then in addition to that, right above, right here, here's a fig here, and there's a fig right there. They're just kind of growing. And on here, these are going to be strawberries. They were struggling for a little while. I learned that they don't like the wind. And it's been like crazy windy here ever since I planted them. But they were struggling, and I'm gonna tell you what I did just last night that I believe has kind of resurrected them, because they look way better today than they did yesterday. And this is this thing called electroculture. If you haven't learned about it yet, I encourage you to do that, because if you notice down here in the fig tree, there's a rod with copper wound around it. Electroculture. The air, Nikola Tesla discovered years ago that the atmosphere contains what they refer to as ether. It's kind of electromagnetics in the atmosphere, and the Tesla coil he found by wrapping wire around whatever he did. It actually through the process of induction with the ether in the atmosphere, they was able to create electricity. And so it's kind of what this does. It gathers the ether from the air, from the atmosphere, and it actually stimulates the nutrients in the plant. It's pretty remarkable. They say you get bigger, fuller plants, bigger harvests, more bountiful harvests. So we're excited to check that out. Well, last night I created these little 6-inch ones. And you'll see I got 3 in each tray, 2 and 3. So we put those in there last night, and they kind of woke up a little bit. There's some that are still kind of hanging, but the growth in the middle, there's new growth this morning, which is pretty exciting. Then we got some bananas growing here. Jamie cleaned all that out. You know, we start off with one banana tree, and it's been struggling, you know, with the hurricanes and all that stuff, the cold. But we got 17 plants now, 17 banana trees right here. That's pretty remarkable. And we're utilizing the electric culture here as well. And then over here you'll see blueberries. We got the blueberry bushes going, and these guys are thriving. They like an acidic environment in the soil. I found out, I learned, and we also, when I first got these plants, they were kind of not so bushy, not so many leaves, but the leaves are flourishing. You can see a lot of new growth. And then also yesterday I just planted 6 parsley plants. Companion planting, parsley pairs super well with the blueberries, and I'm going to get some flowering plants that together they attract the what do they call those bees? What do they do? What do bees do? They I'm losing my train of thought. I told you this was live. There's no cuts. Pollinators. they attract the pollinators. At the same time, they repel pests that would damage the plant. So it's pretty remarkable how they all work together. We got companion plants for bananas coming, for the figs, for the grapes. And our latest project, you might have saw those water tanks. You look over here, we had a slab poured. You'll see some cinder blocks here set up in a U shape. I'm going to be building this three high, 2 high or 3 high, I forget. I don't know, but here's the rest of the cinder blocks. We just had to look. I'll be building that up on this cement pad, and then these 2x6s are going to lay across the top, and there's going to perform a platform, or build a platform, where we're going to store these water tanks. 4 of them. One here, one here, one here, and one here. And then I'm going to take this gutter right here, where this downspout's at. I'm going to remove this entire downspout, transport it to the other side of the house. We lost one when the hurricane came and took the fence. It was crazy, but I'm going to transplant this downspout over there. And I'm going to take this part of the gutter, and I'm going to bring in a first flush system with PVC, and then we're going to tie it directly into the first one. And then at the bottom of each one, there's an exit with I'll show you that in a second. I'm going to connect all 4 of them together over here. And on the end, I'm going to install a pump with a filter system. And I'm going to put a hose on it. And we're going to use naturally creating rainwater that we're going to collect. Use that to water this oasis that we're creating in our backyard. Now there's more to come. This is just the beginning of our homestead in our subdivision, in our neighborhood. The homestead in Homa, that's what we'll call it, or our Homa homestead. Maybe you could help me out with that. Hey, there's going to be a lot more content coming in this particular area. My YouTube channel is all about personal professional development. It's about health and wellness, and this all fits in with the wellness aspect. Creating and growing your own fruits and vegetables, your own food, collecting your own water to create yourself a sustainable life. No matter what happens with all the shenanigans going on in the world, you're able to help you and your own family thrive from a wellness standpoint. And this is going to take some energy. This is not, I'm 59, I'll be turning 60 next month. So this takes energy, and what gives me the energy to sustain myself to be able to do all of this is a remarkable product that's utilizes I'm trying to think of what's the best words to say. It's Hydrastat Nano technology. It's a delivery system of supplemental glutathione that bypasses your gut, gets right into your bloodstream, and it's glutathione is important in over 400 different processes within the human body, 15 of which are critical to life. And I find that when I switch each and every day, my recovery time is shortened. I recover quicker. I build my stamina back a whole lot faster. My immune system is at top notch. Everything, I actually feel at 59 like I'm 29. And so if you want some more information on that, just send me a comment below in the chat section. I'm not exactly sure how that works. I'm new at YouTube. But hey, like, comment, and subscribe. And that way next time I come on with a video from the Homestead, or maybe it's something about our nutrition product with the Hydrastat Nano Glutathione, you'll get notified and you'll be able to be the first to get the new information. Hey, thanks for joining with us today, and we'll talk to you soon. Y'all have a good one. Bye.